Okay, go ahead, please.
Challenge, excitement, and getting things done. They want to get to the point fast and ideally first. They like demanding goals and competition.
Okay, so what kind of career comes to mind when you think about drivers?
Athletes
Athletes, professional athletes, right?
or officers in the military.
That could be one as well. What else?
A CFO?
That might be, right, when we think about finance, but what about sales, right? When we think about salespeople and that competition in sales in terms of, you know, hitting your numbers and doing really well with sales, right? So that could be another one. Okay, then let's talk about professionals, okay? Their sense of self-worth comes from getting things done right, getting things done well. So Lisa, can you read us the bullets for that one, please?
Doing something well. The professional's mantra is if the job's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
Okay, let's think about what kind of career perhaps would best be supported by somebody who is a professional.
A doctor?
Could be a doctor, right? Doing it right. What else? What other careers would there be?
Finance.
Finance, right? We look at the numbers, making sure, yeah, everything adds up and so on, right? And then the last one that we have is the adapters. You can see it's a combination of all the other styles, okay? And so adapters, you might think they have the best of both worlds, all right? But, you know, there's also some distinct disadvantages of being an adapter. But when you think about being an adapter and having the ability to flex their own styles, what types of professions do you think may do really well for an adapter?
A manager.
Okay,
I mean,
certainly somebody in a leadership position, okay? And then also perhaps you can think of, you know, perhaps somebody in the entertainment industry might be another one as well, because they've got to be able to flex and adapt their different styles, okay? Now, is it ideal to be an adapter? In other words, to have this particular type of style, is that something that we should all strive for?
That depends.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, and can you elaborate on that a little bit more, Mike?
Because if you have a situation where someone needs to be meticulous and they need to be, you know, very linear, someone that's an adapter can be easily pulled off task, or they might be focusing on the wrong things at the wrong time.
Mhm.
And although they have the ability to be flexible, sometimes that's a detriment.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's a great response, because that is one of the concerns. If you're an adapter, you might be flexing in the wrong way. Okay, so thank you very much. So let's now go back to your handouts, and let's go ahead and let's start to figure out what kind of style, what kind of motivational style we have. Okay, so as you see on the scoring up there, okay, I'm going to ask everybody to stand up. Okay. And as you add them all up, here's one thing. I'd like for you to look at the bottom right. Okay, on the bottom right, on the first dot or the first circle, I want for you to go ahead and write down a P. P for professional.
Right here.
Yes, right up there. Yeah, yeah, right up there on top. Just write down a P.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's for the first column. The
Gotcha.
next column, write down a C for carrot, and then the third column is D for driver. Okay, so you've all added up your results, right? So who had something like 40 or more? Actually, it's just going to be 40, 30 or 40 really. In the column would be the top number for each one of them. Who has that number in one column? 30 or more. Nobody? Okay. Okay, because essentially what would happen is if you had that type of number, that would be your predominant style. Okay. Now, who has, since we had to know, anybody have a score below 23? Do you have at least one score below 23? Okay, we do. Right? Okay.
Wait, time out.
Yep.
Are we giving, like, so this X is worth 3, 3, 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's what it is.
We're adding
Okay.
per column.
So we're good.
Per
Yeah,
column.
we're adding it for each
Okay.
column.
I'm
Okay.
below 23 in all.
All.
In all of them.
Me too.
Okay, so essentially, you are, if you look at it, but do you have any that would be close to each other? So for instance, for me, my response, I had a 23 and a 15. No? Do we have anything that's close to each
12
other?
and a 16.
12, that's close.
Okay.
Okay, so you're a blend. Okay, so go ahead and sit down. What
Oh, I
about
had
you?
a 12 and a 12.
Okay. You are, yeah, you're actually a blend as well. So go ahead and sit down.
I have 12 and 12 also.
12 and 12, okay.
12 and 12.
Yeah, there you go. So,
15 and 12.
Me too.
yeah, so predominantly we have a lot, just about everybody in the audience would be what we would consider a blend. So let's take a look at what blends are, okay? So essentially, because the thing is this, if you had your scores in all three columns were all close together, then you would be what we would call an adapter, okay? Whereas in this case, you've got, I think, two that predominantly are close together, right? So that's where we say, for instance, so who had a 12 and a 12 for care and drivers?
I did.
Okay, go ahead. So you would be what we call an advocate. So as you can see in there, you want to help others help themselves. You see yourself as being honest and sincere. So that's an advocate, okay?
Wait a minute.
What about who has a driver and a professional as being close together? Who has a D and a P, okay? So I can see that. So Laura, you're a strategist, okay? So essentially you want to use your rational thinking to solve the problem and get things done. Okay, so you and I are the same because our scores for both styles are really close together, and it's all about getting things done as quickly as possible but in the right way, okay? So can you all see how the blends start to work and drive your motivational style in terms of how you like to get things done? Okay, make sense? All right, so we're gonna look to start wrapping things up. I think this is really good, and I know it was only a 20-minute workout, okay? So it looks like we were just getting things started, all right? However, what we wanted to do today was, one, be able to share with you all about relationship awareness theory and how your behavior can really impact others, okay? And what you can do to start to change that, have a more positive impact. And then we also started talking about motivational styles. So everybody here has a pretty good idea of what motivational style they are. As we can see from the room, it's a small sample, but at least we can see that we're primarily a blend, okay? And we were different, you know, we had an advocate, we had some strategists, okay? But that's what will happen in any type of environment, that most people are a blend, okay? So is it ideal to have a team that has all three styles, or maybe one style? What do you think?
All three.
Say again?
All three.
All three, right? And the thing is this, I would say that there's really no right or wrong answers. I think what's more important is that we have an understanding of our own style and the style of the people in our team, so that once we have that identification, that awareness, then we can learn to start working together more and be able to meet all the different challenges and opportunities. Okay? So with that, I want to thank you all for your time, and I hope that we all have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah.